I'll be very brief, and I want us to go straight to the point.
Sure.
How long did you say that you knew your father-in-law?
Since 1992, when I got married.
So this is a person you know well. Would you be able to tell if he would have been in his correct state of mind when he was writing these wills?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So when you look at the will that he initially wrote down that was done at the hospital, is this a man who had a grasp of what he used to own?
I think so, 100%.
You think so, 100%. Now, is it therefore then possible to say that if this was someone who had a grasp of what he used to own, then the details of his properties would have been properly recorded in that will?
Should be.
Should be, but it wasn't.
I don't know. From what I can see, yeah.
Now, we go back to the instructions that were given to you by Mr. Devani to get him advocates who are going to author this will, which you did. Who did you instruct specifically to do that?
So,
not Dalian Inamda,
yeah.
But who are the assigned advocates?
Who are that?
Assigned advocates.
Dalian Inamda.
Dalian Inamda.
Correct.
But Dalian Inamda is an institution.
Correct.
But there were advocates who went and did this.
A lady called Harpreet.
A lady called Harpreet.
Yes. Ubi. Her second name is Ubi.
Ubi. Is this a person you know or you don't know?
Well, no, because I was introduced to them by the family of Cantarians. So, yes.
So these are people who you know?
Yes.
So once that will was written, it was attested to and there were witnesses to that will. And you happen to tell us that none of the beneficiaries, that none of his children were witnesses to that will.
Correct.
Now, when this will was already written and it went to the lawyer's offices, Mzee died on which date?
7th of June.
7th of June, 2019.
Correct.
Now, and it has also come to us that it is you who initiated the process that brought to us, or rather brought forth the reading of the will.
Correct.
Now, under what instructions were you operating from?
I just said a little while ago, my father-in-law had advised me, and he had asked for certain people to be present. And the elder sister, who is now residing or was residing in the UK, was actually leaving town. So it was then decided that it is better that the will be read while she is present.
While she is present.
Correct.
And now you've not gotten my question. Now I'm asking you directly. It's a very direct question.
Yeah.
Under whose instructions did you write that letter requesting Dalian Inamda to read that will?
I was advised by my father-in-law. Like I said, I introduced the firm, and then he did tell me that when the time comes, please.
So it was for you to decide when the time comes?
No. He said when the time comes, he wanted the family to be present. And like I said, Shilpa was leaving
so just
Nairobi.
A moment, let us not get agitated about this.
No, not at all.
When you say when the time comes, who was to determine that when the time comes?
Like I said, he wanted the family to be present. So Shilpa was part of that list. And since Shilpa was leaving to go back to the UK, we had decided that maybe it is better that she be present when the will is read.
So who made that decision?
I made the email.
You made that decision.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, let's move forward. You keep on telling us that these were instructions which were given to you. Was there anybody present? Was there anybody present while you are getting these instructions?
So maybe you want to read this.
No, I don't want to do
It will give you the gist of how.
I'm asking you direct. I don't want to read that.
No, but
I'm asking you, was there anybody else present when Mr. Devani was giving you these instructions?
Maybe Kalpa?
Maybe Kalpa.
But this gives you a gist of how I got this advice.
You know, when you tell me maybe Kalpa, it's either she was there or you're not sure she was not there.
I'm saying she was there. Nobody else was
So
there. I
she
don't
was
know.
there.
I can't remember
So
that.
apparently, Kalpa, who is also the author of these criminal proceedings, happened to be there when you were receiving these instructions.
Correct. We were there on our own one evening.
All right. So let's just go back to Mze's life, and there's a point where you told the court that most of the times is when he would reach out for your assistance in, you know, one or two things. Now, what role did Dinta play
In?
Assisting the father?
I wouldn't know what. She used to help him run the business, that I know.
Yes.
And when I say he would reach out to me, it would be for help, maybe to go to the hospital, or if his car needed a service, or he needed some advice on how to take care of maybe, electricals at home or stuff like that. Yes.
So therefore, then you can confirm that Dinta was someone who was very much present in her father's life.
100%. She used to live with him.
Okay.
Not in the end stages, but in the end stages she had moved out.
Yes.
And the father and the mother-in-law were living alone. But for a long time she lived with him.
For the longest of time. For a long time, that is. Right. Now, when we look at this codicil, the one that it is said that they forged, have you been able to particularly pinpoint what you believe you as a person, now that you're a witness here, might have been a forgery? Is it the words, is it the signature, or what exactly is it?
Like I said, I'm not an expert, but looking at the signatures and from what we know of Mze's signature on record,
Yes.
this handwriting for my mother-in-law,
Yes.
to me it's pretty obvious.
It's pretty obvious. So, according to you, this doesn't look like Mze's signature.
No.
But at the same time, you tend to testify that this was a person who was extremely ill.
He wasn't extremely ill. He was fully lucid.
Oh, okay. Now, there's a difference between lucid and ill, yeah?
Yeah, so he was not extremely ill.
Yes.
He had a terminal illness.
Now, did you write a statement with the police? Now, when was the codicil written?
5th from here, what I see.
Yes, of the 5th, yeah. And this was the day when he was taken back to hospital after having been discharged on the 4th.
Right.
Now, what were the circumstances of him being taken to hospital on the 5th? What were the circumstances?
So he had actually started bleeding out,
Yes.
and that is the time that he was rushed to Balkan Hospital via ambulance.
So, according to you, when someone is bleeding out and they're taken to hospital in an ambulance, that is someone who's extremely lucid. That is someone who is not ill.
That is which date?
Yes?
Which date?
On the 5th.
Sorry, you say it again?
If you're being rushed to a hospital in an ambulance and you're bleeding out, would you still say that you're not extremely ill?
No.
No.
I would say that he's ill, yeah. That
So you-
he was
So
ill.
at least
that's
now
right.
you agree with me.
At
He
that
was
point, at that point, he was ill, yeah.
The
On the
codicil is written on the 5th. He's
Correct.
being rushed to hospital on the 5th.
On the 5th, correct.
So at the same time, basically this is the same time, yeah?
Correct.
So this is a person who was ill.
Correct.
All right. So are you aware that at some point, or rather at some point in your life, when you're extremely ill, it is no, you cannot have basically proper hand movements? Is it possible? Have you ever been in pain before?
Of
I mean,
course.
this is a man who was suffering
No,
from
no.
leukemia, yeah?
Of course.
So are you aware of that?
Of course.
Of course. Now, let's move to my final question. when your wife decided to make the decision to report this matter to the DCI, were you there? Did she consult you?
Yes.
And what was your response?
My response was that, yeah, if we have a case, we should report it.
All right. So what exactly motivated your wife to report this matter to the police?
It's only after it came to light that there have been forgeries or transactions of shares and transfers which were done not according to what should have been done or what was not correct.
Yes.
It is then that it was decided, but if I recall correctly,
Yes.
this whole matter was reported at the succession court, and Dinta herself is the one who said to us in an affidavit. Hold on a second. In an affidavit.
I'm not going to hold on a second. You just
No.
gave me the
You
answer
asked
that I
me.
was looking
You
for.
you
It's
asked
okay, I'm
me.
the one who's
No,
going
hold
to
on a
ask
second.
you
You asked me why did we do it, or
Yes.
what made us do
And I
it.
asked you the motivation, which you have actually just
So
answered.
motivation
So
was
if
she
you're going to
told
follow
us.
with an answer which you're going to respond and kindly don't.
The
have to
motivation
leave.
was
If you want
she
us to
told
have a
us-
peaceful conversation, just keep going.
And yeah, so no, the
So let's
motivation
move on.
was she told us we should. Why have we not reported this matter to the DCI's office?
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Now you've told me that what really motivated was that there were transfer of shares which should have happened in some type of way and they did not happen that way. Is that what you've just said?
Not in type of way. There were forgeries done.
It's okay, but basically according to you, they should have been done in a certain way and they were not done in a certain way.
No. When I say a certain way,
Yes.
I'm talking about transfer of shares where my late father-in-law was present when he was in a grave. Transfer of shares after my father-in-law had passed on. So that was a forgery. If that is the correct word to use, or
Yes.
not the correct, when I say not the correct way done, two different
Thank
answers.
you.
But
So the reason why we are exactly before court is not because there was a codicil, it is because there was transfer of shares that you think were done in the wrong manner.
sorry, the first charge here is forgery of a codicil. So that was number one. And after
I just
that
asked you
is
the
all this.
motivation, but
Yeah.
you specifically didn't mention the will until now. You
Of course.
actually just said it. Yeah?
I-
Now, if you look at that will, is there anything that has been taken from your wife,
From this,
from the codicil?
like you said, there is
Is
no
there anything that has been taken from your wife?
meaning. When you say taken from my wife,
Is
meaning?
there anything that was originally given to her from the will that has been now been taken away from her by the codicil?
Yes.
What?
Not by the codicil. By way of transfer of shares, yes.
I'm asking specifically about the codicil.
No.
Is there anything that the first accused stands to benefit from this codicil?
No.
So basically, there would be no motivation whatsoever.
I would know that. I'm sorry, I can't
You wouldn't
answer
know
that.
that.
Yeah.
All right. Now, let's go now to the entire holistic part of your testimony. And what you have basically told the court are things that you have been receiving as communication from your wife. That is specifically number one, that Dinta did not object to the reading of the will at that time and said that was a policy. Now, according to the best of your knowledge, is it a must that you register a concern at that particular time? Is it a must?
Ideally, yes.
Ideally, yes. And where did you particularly get those rules from?
But did I particularly get what?
Where do you get that confidence, and where which information gives you the confidence to tell me that?
So, the minutes of that reading were shared, and it was very clearly asked if anybody had an objection. And there was no response to that. At
So
that
these
point.
are minutes you actually saw.
I read them, yes.
You read.
After, yes.
Fair enough. And that is why I'm asking you: is there any necessity, or rather, is it a must?
I wouldn't know what is the legal process.
You wouldn't know.
No,
So,
but I
let's say
would
we're
expect.
talking-
I would expect.
You'd expect.
Yes.
That is your expectation.
That is my knowledge.
That's your knowledge. Now, as I sit down, then therefore we can agree that by virtue of you not being there, by virtue of you having to interact only with minutes, by virtue of you also not being there when the original will was being written by Mzee Hospital, everything else, or other information that you're telling this court is information you got from elsewhere.
In writing, not elsewhere. It was just not hearsay.
It was not hearsay.
Not hearsay. It is information that was shared with me in writing.
In writing. And this information that was shared to you in writing, as you say it, was done by who?
Dalian and Amla. Then because they copied it to, the minutes were copied to my wife, and I was privy to reading it. Everybody who was present.
I honestly don't think that you understand what hearsay means.
Ask me again.
What I'm asking is very simple. By virtue of interacting with everything that happened by paper, that is minutes,
yes,
or whatever, or it does not put you in the same position as the person who was there physically.
No.
Nope, as in...
I would assume that it doesn't. But
that it doesn't.
Yeah.
Therefore, this is not something that you directly interacted with.
No.
Okay, then that becomes yes.
Thank
okay?
you.
Yes, at least know you've learned that. Thank you.
Thank you.
To whom did the father-in-law give instructions
to me,
relating to the...
to make the introduction.
Okay, that's enough. Yes. And because of the instructions you were given, you determined when the family will be called for the reading of the will.
Correct.
You are the one who told the law firm
to open
when the will be opened, at what time, on which day.
Correct.
And the advocate of this law firm went to that bedside at the hospital, correct?
Correct.
Your father-in-law did not give directions relating to the opening of the will to the firm, but gave them to you specifically.
That is correct.
That's okay. There are minutes that have been presented before this court concerning meetings of the companies that you're saying belong to your father-in-law.
Correct.
In a meeting for a company, who writes minutes?
Whoever is present, and I would assume that they need to be approved by the company secretary.
They need to be approved by the company secretary. So I'll show you a copy of the minutes. So maybe you can identify the person who drafted them, or these are minutes. Can you read the members present?
So this is dated 11th of November 2019. Members present is Dinta, Sudha Gabri, that is the late mother-in-law, Balkrishna Devani, that is the late Mzee, Abe is Dinta's husband, Sam, Ada.
Sam is described as late.
Incoming director.
Yes.
Ada is incoming director.
Yeah.
And Orego as company secretary.
Who has approved those minutes?
Dinta.
Yeah.
And the secretary is signed.
Who do you think could have prepared the minutes for that company?
I'm assuming that they must have been given the information, and then the company secretary must have.
Yeah, the company secretary writes minutes. And how can you tell that this is the correct record of the minutes of that day? How do people confirm that minutes are correct?
So this is what is filed online these days in terms of BRS, and that is where you get this information.
I'm asking, in a company,
Yeah.
or in any other meeting, people sit in meetings. How do you confirm that the minutes are approved and written later, or in the process where there is a way you can confirm that this is a true record of the minutes?
Correct.
How do you do that?
Well, I would assume that, the way we would do it is we would have a written record before we type it out. So
maybe I can guide you.
And
There's a way.
Yeah.
If we hold a meeting today, the next day we hold a meeting, we will first read the previous minutes and confirm or state how it's concerning them.
Correct.
So these are minutes that have been presented here, but no minutes subsequent to this have been provided to confirm whether these are true records of what happened on that day or otherwise.
Correct.
So they're just minutes and confirmed. We don't even know if they're correct, true, or otherwise. And we have confirmed that the secretary is the drafter of minutes. Do you see the signature of the third accused person here?
I don't know. I've not had no experience of a signature, but I don't see it. No, it is the secretary and this.
So it is not there. Again, concerning what I've asked you before, what did your father-in-law ask you to request from the law firm when you were connecting them? What specifically, what document did he want?
Did he want or did the firm want?
What document did your father-in-law ask you
To make a will.
to make a will? So there are no instructions concerning a power of attorney, but it was requested via your wife.
Well, it is something that was discussed later, yes. So
Yeah,
my introduction was
The
to
instructions
do a will.
were for the will, and that is what you communicated to your wife, and that is what was supposed to be requested, but there is something else being requested.
Correct.
Now, you were asked concerning why Shilpa did not attend the meeting of 19th June. You said, if I got you right, that she was around, but
She was leaving
she was leaving.
to go back to UK, yes.
When was she leaving?
The next day.
The next day. But your wife testified in this court that by 12th June 2019, Shilpa had moved out of Kenya to the UK.
So her plan, so this is what I was trying to get at. Her plan was to leave the next day. And when she got invited for the meeting, she decided to leave on the same day.
So did she leave on 18th or on 12th? That's the question.
She then left on the 12th, on the very same day that the will was being read.
The will was read on 19th June.
I mean, 19th, so that
And
is
so
the day.
between you and your wife, who is telling this court the truth?
It-
The 19th or the 12th?
It is not the 12th, that is for sure. I mean, that is my mistake, but I think it was on the 19th that the will was read, and I think she left on
Your
the very
wife
same day.
added that an email was sent to Shilpa
Correct.
to
Invite her.
invite her,
Yeah,
and she could have attended
But-
online because she was on the other side.
correct.
So it means he had traveled.
Correct, she could have attended.
Before the date you were requesting for a meeting to be held
Yes,
to read
the will.
so
Yeah.
that couldn't be 19th.
I mean, to be honest, I'm not sure of the date that she left. I'm not 100% clear on that. I can't remember the exact date.
But you can remember it.
That she was invited and she was supposed to have been present.
But after she had gone,
No, she was invited while she was still here.
can we start that again? When did you request for the reading of the? I can show you. When did you request
Correct.
for the reading of the?
Correct, on the
Yes.
17th.
On the 17th of
Yeah.
June.
Yeah,
And when was the will read?
on the 19th.
Where was Shilpa on the 17th?
She was
and
in
19th?
Nairobi.
She was in Nairobi. We could conclude
My memory tells me that she was still here when she was invited. She
So
may
you-
have left, I'm not sure. to
it's
be
either
very
your
honest.
testimony is correct or your wife's testimony, because
Like I said, I'm not sure about the date that she
you can
left.
leave that at
Yeah.
that. The court
I'm
can
not sure about the
confirm
date
with
that she
record.
left.
You can leave it at that. And you have been told and you have confirmed that your father had law firms that he was dealing with while he was still okay, healthy.
He
Is
must
that
have.
correct?
He must have.
You must have had.
He's a
A number
businessman.
of
So.
them were listed here.
He's a businessman, so I'm sure he
Why
must
do
have.
you think, why would your father-in-law request you to connect him to a law firm when he has dealt with law firms for long
Mhm.
and has them even overhead? I would think that you will even have the contacts with him.
Possibly. It was, like I said, it was something he asked me to do, and that is what I did.
Why do you think he could have done that?
He could have.
He could have chosen to involve a new law firm while he had a number of law firms.
I'm not sure. Maybe he wanted somebody who was independent. I'm not sure. Why he chose to do this, to be honest, I'm not sure.
On the 3rd day of June 2019, when the will was prepared, on 3rd day of June, where was your wife?
Where was my wife?
Yeah, if you could remember.
20 days.
You have testified that your wife was caregiving
Yeah.
to your father in
Most
the
of-
last day.
Most of the day,
Would
yes.
you remember who was taking care of him on the 3rd of June in the hospital?
I'm not sure. She may have been present at the hospital. It is very possible.
It is
Because she
possible
was there
that she may
most
have
of the day, and then in the evening I would go and join her.
So it's possible that at the date when the will was drafted, she was in the hospital. It's possible.
Very possible, yes.
And why do you think the law firm was insisting that only the law firm described people will attend when the will be drafted? Why do you think they were insisting on that?
So I think it came back to what we were just discussing with the learned counsel here, that it was to protect the integrity. So he wanted to make sure that only the doctors, qualified doctors, herself, were present to protect the integrity of signing of the will.
So we can confirm that there were issues of the integrity of this whole process.
But you see, when the Dali and Inamda was very clear that if we are to draft a will in the hospital, it needs to be covered by basis of credible
Yeah,
witnesses.
but there were concerns of integrity.
100%.
Correct. We can look at the charge sheet as I finish. I will ask you concerning the third accused person, so charges preferred against him. The first one is, I think you have read it.
Yes.
Conspiracy to commit a felony,
Yeah.
being forgery of a codicil.
Yeah.
You have seen the codicil.
Yeah.
Is there anything, any interest that the third accused person is getting from that codicil?
Not from the codicil. Chain of emails. Yes.
Chain of emails?
So emails that are copied from Dali and Inamdar, and the emails that Dinta has written to Harpreet are copied to Sam.
Emails are written,
Yes.
but what
About the concerns that you just spoken about.
So there are emails where Sam is copied to.
Yeah.
Why is he in those emails specifically, according to you?
I don't know.
So you do not know.
I don't know.
What interest does he have in the emails if he doesn't have an interest in the codicil?
I don't know.
So there is
I
no
can't-
interest
I can't
known
answer
to
that.
you. There is no interest known to you.
There is no interest known to me. I don't know. But
You
there
do not know.
Yeah.
There is also a charge of intermeddling with deceased property. Can you with certainty tell the court when shares were transferred to Sam Ndinguri, the third accused person?
In terms of exact dates? Are you asking me
Even
exact
the
dates?
period, maybe range of months?
So maybe it was done after my father passed. Some of it was done while he was in the UK.
Can you tell the court with certainty whether Sam Ndinguri got his shares from any other person or from your deceased father-in-law and deceased mother-in-law?
I can't.
You cannot. That will mean there's a possibility that he holds shares in those companies, but he might not have gotten the shares from your father-in-law or mother-in-law. That's correct.
Very possible. You may have got it through the entire.
Maybe you can confirm with what your wife said that, and what the documents presented before these courts are, and the witness of your sister-in-law, that the shares held by the third accused person were acquired from your sister-in-law.
Okay.
That would mean there was no way he dealt with the property of the deceased while it was in the name of the deceased.
Very good.
So that's possible. And I asked your wife a question as I finish. Whether he knows the Pelican Apartment Complex project. And I'm asking you the same question. Do you know it?
No.
You do not. You have never attended your father-in-law's project by that name. along Mombasa Road.
Correct. So this is the plot that we were talking about long time ago, a
Along
little
Mombasa
while when we
Road.
started.
Whatever
So
time.
when we started talking about it, so yeah, I didn't know that it was called Pelican Apartment Project.
The name.
Yeah. So forget the name, but there was a groundbreaking ceremony,
Yeah, correct.
and that I did attend on behalf of Linda, or she invited us to attend, and I did attend. Yes.
Good. And did you see the third accused person there?
Yes.
So it will mean that you have met the third accused person
On several occasions, like I said.
on several occasions,
But I don't know him
you told
personally
me
yet.
a single one and said you have never seen him before. That's okay. I think the court can make its own determination
Sure.
on that basis.
Sure.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Chandarana.
Do I have a what?
You have an email known as Dovu Chandarana.
No.
Dovu 999.
No.
Gmail.
No,
Kishan@Camco.
that's me.
I have seen a series of correspondences between yourself. I've seen a series of correspondences between yourself and Uber. Harbit.
I repeat.
Harbit. Can you just confirm you had a series of correspondences
There would be.
before the will
There would be.
was written? And particularly, at one point, there were concerns raised by the advocate that there were different instructions coming from the daughters of Mr. Devani.
Advocates meaning Dalian and Amda.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
there were instructions coming from two different people, the daughters and Mr. Devani.
Mhm.
And they were raising a complaint. Just confirm.
I was shared an email by Harpreet to explain that to me, yes.
Yes. And they even at one point expressed that they would not proceed with the with the instructions.
Correct.
And flowing from this, they even questioned the integrity of the process. And the emails were exchanged between the 28th of May 2019 and the 3rd of June 2019. You have them there. I can see you have them.
That's why I'm just 28th.
Yes, 28th.
No. 30th of May.
Yes, yes, 30th of May. There's even another email for 31st of May. Just proceed on.
Thirty-first of May.
Yes. And in their email of 31st of May, there were several concerns raised about the family of Devani. Yes, there were several concerns raised.
Correct.
Particularly in light of the intended will that the deceased had expressed he wanted to record.
Correct.
And who are the persons who are having differences at that point? Within Devani's children, particularly the daughters, because he has no son.
He has no son.
Yes, who are the daughters having differences before the will was recorded?
So, family meeting prior to our meeting with him consists of immediate family, his wife, daughters.
Yes. Who are the concerns being raised relating to? Who are the daughters?
I said Dinta and Kalpa.
Thank you. So even before the will was recorded, there were differences between Dinta and Kalpa. Correct?
That is what he says here.
Thank you. And you are the person who introduced the lawyers who recorded the will to Mr. Devani.
Correct.
And how many days after the last email did he die?
6, 7 days.
7 days. When was the will recorded?
3rd June it says here.
3rd June. And he was critically ill.
He was not critically ill.
Was he put on oxygen?
No.
How often will you go to visit him in hospital?
Every day.
Every day.
In the evening, every day.
So he was not on oxygen during the period of his stay in hospital.
Only in the last day.
Last day. What of the third?
Second.
We have the treatment notes here. What of the third?
I don't think he was on oxygen that was on him full time. He was being assisted.
Yes.
Yes.
But he was critically ill. Not maybe, he was critically ill.
He was terminally ill, yes. That is what I've said. I mean,
And even at the point the lawyers are writing this email to you, they are expressing their concerns about his health.
Correct.
So you say he was discharged on the 4th of September, 4th of June,
5th.
the 5th of June. The same day, a codicil was written.
He
That was shown.
he was taken back to the hospital on the 5th. I'm sorry,
Let me show
my
you.
apology.
Let me show you.
He was discharged on the 3rd.
This is the codicil, correct?
Yes. Yes, in the 5th.
The 5th.
Yes, and that is the day he was taken back to the hospital.
He was taken back to hospital. By this time, when this was recorded, you may not be aware of circumstances leading to this, correct?
No, correct.
And equally, if you look at the will that was recorded here, one of the conditions that was given by the lawyers is that he has to have a doctor
Correct.
that's present.
Correct.
What does that tell you?
So from here, what it tells me, and from what you can read here, it was to protect the integrity of the lawyer making the will,
Yes.
and that was the reason.
What documents did you share? Because you are the one who was sharing the documents with the lawyers.
What document?
Yes, before preparing of the will.
I didn't share any documents with them.
Let's go to your emails.
Yes.
No one shared? Who shared? Kalpa? You have the emails?
I don't have them.
I show you the email. The first email of 28th, okay? Let's go there.
I don't have that.
Show you here. This is an email that was sent. This is Kalpa, correct?
Correct.
This is on what date? This email?
28th of May.
And from who?
From Harpreet.
What is she asking? From that email.
Yeah. To address the name, copy of ID,
For what purpose?
to make a will.
Thank you. Is it copied to Dinta?
No.
Subsequent to this, I'll assume some documents were forwarded. Yes?
Whatever she had asked for, yes.
And in fact, one of the emails that was sent by your wife, take this is your number for your wife. Is that number here?
It is.
You say you don't know this email?
You asked me if it was mine. It's not mine. It's Kalpa's, yes.
Yes, what email am I referring to? What email? Can you read it out to court?
Dovu 999 at gmail.com.
This is the email that belongs to your wife. And she is even asking that she wants the process expedited. Correct? The preparation of the will. Correct?
Correct?
Is it copied to your sister Dinta? Sorry, your sister-in-law Dinta.
No.
Right? Follow up to this email for the 28th. That is when the lawyers revert back, ask for documents. The same day, ask for documents. The same day, what documents required to prepare the will.
Correct.
And they also wanted a power of attorney. There was expediency in this process of preparing the will and their signing. Correct? Yes?
Okay.
Let's follow up. Let's now go to an email on 30th. This is an email that is from Dinta. She's expressing her concerns about the process,
Correct, which is your.
which you are also aware about it.
Correct.
And it's copied to your sister.
Correct.
And this was before the will was prepared.
Correct.
Thank you. Let's now follow up to the subsequent email sent the same day at 11:57. This comes from the lawyer.
Correct.
Correct?
Correct.
And it's equally copied to yourself
Yes.
and your wife.
Yes.
And somebody else from that farm, I think Nancy Degwa. She expresses concerns, and it is actually written to you and your wife.
Correct.
That was on 30th of May.
Correct.
And even the lawyer said that there was influence, that she did not want the process influenced by anybody else, including his daughters.
Which is what I say.
What was the rush of having the will prepared when somebody was terminally ill?
Like I said, it was his wish to get it done, not mine.
His wish. Do you have anything to show that he had expressed those wishes?
Unfortunately, I don't have anything in writing from him.
Thank you. And those wishes were only expressed to you and your wife.
Correct.
Without having been expressed to to your sister-in-law, who also is a daughter of Senior Devani. Correct?
So it was not done behind her back. So she is all part of it. Once it was decided, she was part of the process.
You can see the processes. The email correspondences are between your wife, yourself, and a lawyer,
Correct.
in exclusion of detail.
Correct.
But her emails are to you, the lawyer, and your wife.
Correct.
Thank you very much. You're still at it. Before the will was written, a very long email was recorded by the lawyer on 31st of May,
Correct.
equally written to your wife.
Correct.
Is Dita copied?
No.
She's not copied. And in this particular email, I think you have had occasion to see it. What was the issue? This email for 31st of May
Yes.
from the lawyers.
Yeah.
What was the issue?
The issue was that my father-in-law was present when this was being done. Binta had an opinion to
Yes.
give advice from what she thought should be correct.
Yes.
And that is what is being expressed here.
And an issue was the integrity of the process was being questioned.
Correct.
The lawyers also expressed that
Correct.
the nature of the instructions and how events were unfolding
Correct.
was questionable.
And that is why
Yes,
the decision
yes,
was
yes,
made.
Lord.
Yes.
The process, expediency of the process and how it was being carried out was unusual even for them.
Correct.
That they have to go to hospital
Yes.
to take instruction.
Correct.
And they even gave an authorization that a client information form be filled. You have that form with you?
Unfortunately, I don't have a copy here now.
Thank you. Now, was that form ever filled?
100%.
Thank you. These particular lawyers also, in fact, even increased their charges because the work that you are making them to do was unusual in their words for the email, correct?
Correct.
Thank you. Is this email equally copied to Dita? Is the email copied to Dita?
No. No.
Subsequent to that, there is an email for 31st of May.
Correct.
Yes?
Yes. This is also the 31st.
Yes, 31st of May. The emails for the 31st were many. The urgency was now increasing. This email, again, is an issue relating to the will, the same will. And what the lawyer said, they only wanted the witness present. Correct? This particular process leading to the will, its execution, was all done in hospital
Correct.
on a critically ill patient.
Correct.
Prior to this, did the properties this deceased owned exist? The properties he owned, Devani owned, did they exist before 33rd of May, 3rd of June?
Did they exist?
Yes,
Of course they exist.
they existed. Was there any urgency in awaiting his recuperation and he's out of hospital before this will was prepared?
I don't know.
You do not know. This particular day that this will was being prepared, you are not in hospital.
No. I think it's very clear that they didn't
Yes.
want anybody present.
Just hold on, just hold on. And this is a person who was fully aware of his properties, correct? Existence of company he had shares and he owned, existence of land or other fixed assets that he owned. But you agree with me, the will does not disclose with clarity which properties were being dealt with, correct?
Correct.
This codicil that you make reference to, and you say that you express somebody may have forged this codicil. Firstly, the codicil does not express it was prepared by any of the accused persons. Does it say it was drawn by any of the accused persons? Does it say it was witnessed by any of the accused persons?
No.
But some people have signed on it against their names, correct?
Correct.
How many people have signed? I may not ask you to read their names.
There are
How
two.
many have signed?
2. And the late.
The late. And the name as appearing here as the testator now is the name of the deceased, your father-in-law.
Correct.
And part of the codicil, he now introduces it at paragraph 1, having revoked the earlier will. For what reason? If you read it out.
So it just says that my last will and testament dated the 21st of November 2018 in the UK.
Just proceed on.
Yeah, in the UK, and also the one for 3rd June 2019 for my Kenyan estate.
So that principally means your father had another will in UK.
For his UK assets.
Have you seen it? Have
No.
you ever seen it?
No.
Does it, if we say it is only for his UK assets, if we don't have a copy of it, will we know whether it relates to any properties in Kenya?
We wouldn't.
We wouldn't. As you proceed on, go to paragraph number 3 of that will, of that codicil. What does it express?
My last will and testament dated 3rd June was executed in Nairobi while I had not recovered from a strong medication, sedation since the admission of my treatment at Alpano.
He speaks to 2 things. One, he says he was under medication, strong medication.
Which we don't deny.
At the point he was drawing this other will, correct? Yes?
Yes.
Thank you. He equally says that he had not recovered.
That's what this says, yes.
So, this particular codicil does not speak to what properties go to, correct?
Correct.
And particularly, I represent the lady sitting on the extreme left. She is not a beneficiary, because I will take these are Asians. She's not a beneficiary. She's not a beneficiary in this particular estate of the deceased. She is also not mentioned about anything about existence of a company, whether Pelican or otherwise, Dreamcatcher or Santa Mo properties, correct?
Correct.
And equally, this codicil does not make reference to any properties by name with specificity.
Correct.
And as you stand there, you may not say whether this was forged or even if she forged it, correct? You don't know.
No.
Similarly, the existence of that Pelican Science Limited, you are not a shareholder.
No, I'm not.
You have no interest whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
Its dealings, its operation, any changes, you don't.
No.
So you will not speak to it as to what was transferred, how the transfers were done.
No.
Any fraudulent activities, you cannot tell.
I cannot.
That will. Thank you.